Hello, everyone. On this occasion of the National Youth Day 2025, with the theme Arise, Awake, and Realize the Power You Hold, we have Chandan Sir, who is here to have conversation with us. Chandan Sir, just to introduce a little bit about him, he has over an experience of 17 years in the education sector, and he is also currently a mentor teacher. And Chandan sir is also very took a keen interest in the innovative side of student-centered practices. So we get to hear a lot, but I wouldn't say a lot about him. I can go on and on, but we will hear a little bit from himself as well. So, sir, thank you so much for joining us today and agreeing to have a conversation around realizing the power you hold, potentials. So, can you please have a little brief introduction about yourself and the current role that you play in your school right now?
Right now I'm working as a mentor teacher in Department of Education. I have 6 mentee schools with me, where I go and provide on-site support to the teachers. I work with different departmental organizations like DIET and SCRT to curate and moderate the in-service teacher training sessions of the teachers. At the same time, I work and engage with the students in my core competency areas. At the same time, I try to have a regular batch of students with me with whom I can interact, and if they have any query, I can guide through them. And once I became a teacher, department released a form inviting application from the regular working teachers as to become a mentor teachers.
Okay.
I applied for that thing, and we had a round of interfaces, and fortunately I got selected to work as a mentor teacher. And I started my teacher journey in 2018.
Okay.
And since then I am working as a mentor teacher, and you can say that I'm fortunate enough to work more than 30 schools
Wow.
over this period of time, and I have worked with like more than 3,000 teachers and 10 of thousands of students actually, of different batches from different background. By background here I mean humanities, science, or arts. And yeah, this is it.
Thank you so much, sir. Rewinding a little bit about the past, where you were also once a young student, what would be some of the contributions or factors that really help you identify your strengths, abilities, or even your potentials? If you can share us a little bit about on that as well. What factors contributed to enable you to understand, okay, this is my strengths, these are my abilities, and these are some of the
So
potentials?
again, I would like to start with this example of Dr. Farah Faruqi ma'am. We were given one assignment, and all the students submitted the assignments. I also submitted it. Farha ma'am went through a couple of pages, and she looked into my eyes and said, "This is not what I expected from you. So I know that you can do better.
Okay.
So I will just keep it with me. But I will give you 48 hours more to submit another one.
Okay.
If you cannot submit, it's okay.
Okay.
But I know that you can. Go refer books and see whatever you can write." So by not accepting something which is not up to the mark, that made me realize that that teacher has set some
Standards for
standards for me, or I would say for her students,
yes.
that which she is not agree to accept if we are not meeting those standards. At the same time, she could have scold me
Yeah.
that what is this. But rather she said, I will keep it just in case if you cannot work on those pages.
Yeah.
So she kept it with her
Okay.
and then motivated me
Mm.
to go extra miles, to read more, to refine whatever I have submitted. And this is something very unique quality a teacher must have, to encourage the student in a way so that the student will really feel pumped up that
Yes.
okay, I will submit something
Better.
very good this time. And if she would have started this conversation by chiding me that what is this,
Yes.
then I might not work hard really for my next assignment.
Yes.
But rather she kept smiling during the whole conversation. She pinpointed
Yeah.
the books which I could refer,
Oh.
and she even introduced me some fantastic journals as well. Go refer those. So rather telling that this is not the way, she guided me what could be the way,
Yeah.
and from where I can go and look for the materials rather than looking for the answer. She guided me where to look for, what to look for. She did not tell me.
But she gave you a sense of direction
Exactly.
to where you can.
Go and explore yourself.
Yes.
And I have seen students who struggle with this citation and bibliographical things, that what is the MLA thing, what is the APA thing. She by just telling me mention the sources, and she did not tell me what reference I should use.
Okay.
Will it be MLA, will it be APA? And when I submitted my work to her, then she started with that thing only. Can you tell me which kind of reference you used here? Is it MLA style or APA style? So without telling me,
Yes.
she already told me that what are the things I have to be careful about when I am going to write my next assignment, or in future if I am submitting any paper, what are the things which should be kept in mind.
It's really interesting.
So this is one of the few things which I like to
So it's really interesting how she's not giving you the answer itself or even scolding you, but motivated you to find the answers better and also push your limits. That was really interesting to know. And we have talked about in the introductions how much experience you are in this sector, in the education sector, and also with so much dealing with young people. We wanted to know, how has this experience shaped you as a teacher, and does it help you in identifying this or even helping or guiding your students again, because you were guided, and also now do you feel with those experience you can help your students guide in a way they can also identify their potential, identify their strengths also? How has this experience shaped you as a teacher? And also if you can talk us a little through about how did you help or guide your students also to in that same manner?
So actually this is a very interesting story. I have 6 mentee schools right now, being a mentor teacher. And in my first year I had 10 mentee schools with me.
Okay.
So I have worked with you can say thousands of students in one academic year. And in one particular school, that school was not bright that much. And if anything is not happening in a proper way, name of that school would be in that list.
Okay.
That school must be there in that list if anything is not happening up to the mark in certain district or certain zone.
Okay.
So bad acha badnaam bura.
Okay.
So that school had that kind of reputation that if any list which comes out and which has certain red marks, name of that school will be there.
Call out. Yeah.
So fortunately I got that school as my mentee school, and I noticed some of the things there. And I picked one class, that okay, I will work with this class.
Okay.
And that class was like, handpicked and curated by different teachers.
Okay.
The first and foremost criteria was to pick the students, name a student. If he is not in your class, you think it will be easier for you to deliver a concept if that child is not in the room for any reason.
Okay.
He might be asking so many questions, he might not be able to sit at one place, he might be irregular, coming to school, anything which is not coloring in a good color was the first and foremost reason. So give me those students.
Okay.
If you think these four, if they are not in my class,
Yes.
I will be able to take the class peacefully. So I handpicked them and I made one class
Okay.
for me. That okay, you happy with your good students, give me
These
these.
students. Yes.
And then I did not take the book in my hand for next 15 days. I simply talked to them
Okay.
and I talked about almost everything. That how many brothers and sisters you have, what does your father do, what do you think about yourself, why do you think that you are here in my class, what they are doing which you are not able to do, something like that. And I got this good reputation with them, or repo with them, that okay, it's a safe space,
Okay.
I can share almost anything. Some of the things I could answer, some of the things I didn't have any answer. Some of the challenges I couldn't solve. If a boy is having financial problems at home, this I can only, listen about.
Yes.
I cannot do much about it.
Yes. Yes.
If a child has a father who has drinking problem, all I can do is listen
Yes.
what he has to say. I cannot address that issue instantly.
Yes.
But what I can do is I could provide a safe space where he can talk about it.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do my work because of this thing, and that was a very genuine reason.
Yes.
We see that this is a child who does not complete work. But what are the reasons that
Yeah.
child is not able to do the work? Why that child is not speaking
Yes.
or saying anything at all in your class? There are times where you can say that this child has a problem of writing. That I can understand. That he is not able to write whatever he is thinking. But isn't this possible that he is able to communicate what is he thinking? Forget about the subject matter.
Yes.
You simply ask, how was your day today? Why that child is not even answering that question? So we have to find a common ground
Yeah.
on which we can share,
or
we
even
can
start
talk,
conversation.
we
Yeah.
can start a conversation.
Yes.
If I am having a conversation, only then I can bring the same element to my subject area.
Yeah.
That okay, we learn metals are solid. Forget about all the metals. What did we learn today? Metals are solid. Next day I will talk about, mercury is the only element which is not solid at room temperature. It is liquid. It is used in thermometer, which is used to measure body temperature. When we have fever, we use
Yeah.
thermometer, and that has mercury in it because it's at liquid stage, something like that. And then we can build upon, and then I will ask that child, okay, you said this thing, mercury is the only metal which is not solid.
Solid.
Try to write it. See, you are saying Mercury correctly, but the spelling of Mercury is not correct. Then I will come to the spelling part.
Yeah.
So what teachers do is they initially talk about this is not the correct spelling. But child is saying it properly, na?
Yes.
He is saying Mercury, Mercury only. Only spelling or writing part is
Wrong.
where we have to work
Work
upon.
on.
So if we start by chiding that you are doing this wrong, so that child will be discouraged. So rather I use the same technique which Dr. Farha ma'am used with me to see the positive
Yes.
in every child and then accept it
Yeah.
and then encourage to go
Further.
little bit extra.
Yes. So I can.
So, like, there is a saying that we can eat an elephant bit by bit,
Oh.
or we can run 1,000 miles
Step.
by running first mile. So, this is what I did with those students.
Okay.
And, when good time we spent together, like, say, 6 months, in our schools, we have this fantastic curriculum, say, EMC. Entrepreneurship Mindset Curriculum.
Okay.
Their students are given seed money. Using that seed money, they can build up an idea or something like that, which could be either a profitable idea or something social entrepreneurial thing. And before doing that, they have to do the market survey, make a team. So getting 2,000 money is okay, but that couldn't help you to start a good idea. But if 6 or 7 students are together,
Yeah.
that seed money will go up to 12,000 or 14,000. And that money can be used to start an idea actually. That, okay, we have this much of seed money. Let's see what we can work upon. And if that idea is profitable, you will have a running kind of thing. And because I'm a science teacher, I still recommend and refer magazines which have articles on different this temperament. So Vigyan Pragati is one of them.
Okay.
So I recommended my students to go and refer different Vigyan Pragatis.
Okay.
There is one article, Hum Sujhaye Aap Banaye. We suggest you make.
it.
There they read about this article. It was about a gas alarm. So they read it and they said, sir, we can make it. And I asked them, go look for the things and see how you come up with this thing. You have this mental image. Let me, show me a prototype.
Okay.
That what you think and what you are able to make. And they came up with the prototype. It was a working model actually. Like if there is a gas in the air, it would sound.
Okay.
It will ring the alarm. So I said, this is a very bulky thing. Can you refine it? They refined it.
Okay.
And I use different social media platforms to share success stories of my students.
Oh, nice.
So when they were explaining things to me that this is our idea, I recorded it and I posted it online. Then it was called Twitter. Now this is called X.
Okay.
And one reputed newspaper saw my tweet. They published it in their newspaper.
Oh.
As it is, whatever they have seen through my video. They visited the school. They talked to the students. They saw the working model, and then they published it. Next day, that story was shared by that time Education Minister Manish Sisodia sir. He tweeted the same news article by saying, by having these kind of students, we can say by 2047, India will be a developed country. Not a developing country, a developed country. Because of these kind of students. And there, they used to cover all such stories on uh, national television actually.
Hmm.
So that EMC idea got selected in top 100 idea,
Wow.
and the students
Hmm.
who were somehow kind of, again, this is a bad word, but I will say the discarded lot
Hmm.
became the face of the school.
Hmm.
Like, they had this wonderful opportunity to meet education minister
Wow.
and share, like,
Hmm.
what they, I am having goosebumps by saying this thing, that this is our idea, this is what we thought, this is how we did things, and this is, like, our project, and this is what we think that the future will be of this project.
Hmm.
So, and I remember, if I'm remembering it correctly, 9 different media houses
Hmm.
came to school to interview those students.
Wow.
And it was like, the golden time of those students, that every reporter wanted to ask them question.
They become a celebrity.
They became celebrity actually. They became the face of the school.
Yeah.
That, okay, that is the school, that idea is working,
Oh.
that idea we are, reading and seeing much about it.
Hmm.
So this is like, if you trust.
Hmm. So is this the students? Are this the students that you
Same, yeah,
selected
exactly,
differently?
exactly.
Oh.
That is the lot actually I'm talking about.
Oh.
So the discarded lot can become face of the school.
It's really.
And they are all passed out now. They are doing, different courses. Some of those batches actually doing modeling. Yeah, because we used to work on the competency of, like, how to speak, how to face camera, how to say things, what is your good posture, what is your good
Yeah.
side, what is your not good side,
Yeah.
something like that. So some of them realize their potential, and they are earning good money actually out of it.
Wow.
Different brands send their clothes to them.
Hmm.
All they have to do is put it on, get clicked, and post.
Hmm.
And they are getting paid. And that was the one catch was there. If an idea is selected in top 100, they don't have to sit for CUET,
Oh.
and they will get direct admission
Admissions.
to reputed institutes. So yeah, they got this opportunity as well
Wow.
to get direct admissions.
Hmm.
So it was a win-win situation for all of us. So this is like, one of the
Many stories.
yeah, many
I'm
stories
sure.
actually where things work magically actually. And still, they call me whenever they have, like, any success moment in their
Yes.
life, like, sir, we today I got this, today this happened to me, today this check came to, like, me, something like that. So
It must have been a really
yeah,
proud moment
so-
for you as well to see. And I see that your experiences enable you to also create that kind of space and give them some sense of directions
Yeah,
for
exactly.
them to find it out themselves. And it was really nice to hear about their stories. It's really inspiring, I actually. So, and it must be really a proud moment for you
Exactly,
to,
exactly,
to see these
exactly.
students thrive
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
But thank you so much. I'm sure this is not only once. There you have multiple stories. I know. I'm sure. But moving on to the next question, I would like to know from your perspective, what do young people today need most to help or enable them to realize these potentials? You have shared a little bit about it, but can you also talk a little bit, throwing a light on today's generations? What do these young people need to realize that full potential or even their strengths and abilities? It's an
So
add-on questions to
I,
the previous.
I
It's
I
yeah.
I have a list of things actually in my mind. First of all is, like, space and trust.
Hmm. The safe space that we were trying to
Yes.
create.
Or I couldn't provide them that much space. I would, like, accept it. But if they could have, like, given more space, more autonomy,
Yes.
more trust,
Hmm.
I think, they spent a darker time actually thinking all the negative things about themselves, like, we are not doing good, we
Yes.
are not the good ones.
Hmm.
we are going to fail in the exam or something like that. So that could have been changed if that space, that trust was created, earlier. This is the one thing.
Yeah.
Another thing is like, these these generation is having power of technology. They have access to information and access to technology. But somehow we are still restricting the classroom transaction to the
Digital.
chalk and board method,
Okay.
not exploring the uncertain waters actually,
Oh, okay.
that where this can go. Or we talk about peer learning, we talk about peer assessment, we talk about collaboration,
Yes.
but I don't see that happening much on the ground actually.
Oh, okay.
So if we can
Hmm.
actually collaborate,
Hmm.
with the organizations, with the people who are working in the system, and can really make things happen.
Together. Interesting. And I can see, just to recall, you said creating a safe and trust space among students, and also peer learning and collaborations, and also investing more onto the education sector will really help these young generations to identify their potential in a much effective way and better way. And talking on the same line, like the young generation has each generation has characters.
Yes.
We all have our characteristics of the generations that we build, that we are on. So from this generation of these young people from this generation, what is this trend that you also noticed that they have amongst the youth from these generations?
They speak freely. Given the chance, they speak freely.
Okay.
And they know what they want to do. Or, they have some goals and aspirations. And at the same time, they have career opportunities which were not existed
Existing during.
when we were students. Today, vlogging can be a career option.
Very much.
Becoming a successful YouTuber, or a podcaster can be a good
Career
options, which can save your future actually. Work as a good YouTuber, give your 4 to 5 years to this thing, and then you can completely sit on the huge amount of money and eat out of it. Or going for different areas, being an influencer, go and manage events. Someone is spending, someone will provide the venue, someone will cook, but you will be there to manage things. So event managing is again a very wonderful career option.
Yes.
Be a fitness coach, be a yoga teacher, be a vocal trainer. Any, actually they have multiple again, these options, they are available to them with the set options as well. Becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer is always there. Go to the army, go to the navy, serve the country.
Yes.
At the same time,
You can still do all
you
this.
can stream.
Yes.
Even when you are playing games, you can stream it online and you can earn out of it.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the thing. At the same time, as I said, they have this clarity of goals, and they know that by doing what they can meet the goals. I think where we can support them is linking those missing dots. That okay, this is your goal, this is where you are, this is what you think is a one way of doing it. These are the mini pit stops which will come to your way.
Yes.
And if you stream through these waters, this journey can be very easy.
Yes. Thank you so much. I
So-
think given that they are some of the strengths they have and also the opportunities they have now is so different from the previous generations.
Exactly, exactly.
For going to the next question, for educators like you yourself also, and what's one small step but very impactful way that that has helped you or that can help these educators to identify this their or help their students identify these potentials?
So, there are many theories which talked about Jug and Mug theory, the banking theory of education. So, we have to work on becoming a padha likha teacher to padhta likhta teacher.
Okay.
When, a candidate is, preparing for a particular exam, training for something like that, they read a lot. But once they, get that job, they
Okay.
stop reading.
Okay.
They will read the, same text over and over for a very long period of time, unless until the syllabus get changed or something like that. But they, don't keep the hardware updated. When we were students, internet was, limited. Gadgets were very costly. We had to remove our shoes before entering to a room where, computers were kept.
Yeah, I remember.
And these days, everyone is having a mini computer in their pocket. So they have, access to the information. And they will, those kids will check again and again that, if he or she is knowing
right.
this thing or not, even when it's not in their syllabus. So, what is it? It's important that keep yourself updated. Look for an eye, what is the what are the changes which is happening around in your field and in their lives. And again, every generation has some set of vocabulary,
Yeah.
and they have some places where they hang out. I think you are aware with this thing Orkut,
Or could, yeah.
where we used to scrap,
The only
post our
social media,
scraps.
the only social
Exactly.
media we had back then.
But that is the, white rhinoceros these days. No one talks about Orkut.
No more.
Facebook is the, going to the same phase now.
Yes.
But one thing that is still effective to, work with, that is the status, the WhatsApp status, which we share. And if you, you have worked with kids or students, you will notice that if you share one link to the group,
Yeah.
saying that, go through the link, this is important, something like that. So, they will hear this thing out, blah, 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 blah. One link is there, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't say anything in the group,
Oh.
you post a small clip of that thing
Yes.
as your status.
Yes.
Post multiple status. You will notice the students who are not reading your messages are looking at your status. So use the platforms where they will actually look for. And by looking who has seen your status, you can start the conversation. I shared, I noticed some of you have already,
Okay.
seen it. So what would like you to share that what you saw there?
I think you are talking really relevant to about being staying updated and also understanding their language, what kind of world they're living in right now.
Exactly.
You need to be very updated on that.
So we cannot restrict them to not to use the gadget, not to use, because that will be moral policing. We cannot do that.
Yeah.
So we have to share, the sources, which is good to them. Otherwise, they will consume anything, any rubbish thing which is available to them.
Yeah.
So, they are hungry, but we are not serving the quality food. They will eat the junk food, na?
Yes.
If you have to take charge here, that it's my responsibility to serve them good food. Here by food I mean, the information, the knowledge, the concept.
Yes.
Try it. If you don't think that the available ones are good one, go make a good one.
So it's really interesting. Even the teachers have to stay updated and make
Take charge actually.
take charts and maybe start making reels if possible.
Yes, actually many teachers are doing
Yes,
doing
yes,
it
yes.
fantastically.
Yes.
They are like using all the means which is available to them.
Yeah.
And then I have and you might have seen like many YouTuber teachers are
Yes.
doing a fantastic job.
Yes. Yes.
We have come across many Feynman videos where he is like he was teaching or taking class, and we refer those videos many a times. Why we are not referring to a video which is made by the contemporary generation? So there is a lack, so we have to bridge the lack, we bridge the gap actually. So don't blame that they are consuming because they don't have good material. That's why they are like
And it's inevitable that they'll be with the screen in their
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
But
yeah.
how do you make use of that?
Exactly.
Is one very important message to the educators out there to stay updated and also get to know their language.
You
world
use
they
the
live in.
technology.
Yes.
Use the technology, exactly.
So, coming to our last questions and concluding questions, I think I wanted to ask you on this National Youth Day 2025 with the theme Arise, Awake, and Realize the Power You Hold. What is one thing that you wish for the young people in India?
I will, say that, I wish they can take responsibility, become accountable, become more responsible, like, what I want to be, how much time I should, like, give to one thing. It could be anything. Say, go to gym, study, do whatever your passion is, but how much time would you like to devote to it? And like I say this thing often to my kids. There is one thing which is easy money, and there is one thing which is living a dignified life. So think about all the actions which can take you one step closer to having a dignified life. I don't define dignified life.
Yes.
You define what it is going to be the definition of dignified life as per you.
Yeah.
And today, what you have done to, achieve that dignified life for you, for your family, for your mother, for your father, whoever you think is like, close to you. What have you done today to make them proud? And another thing is like, go take risk. The worst which can happen is you would not succeed today. But like,
Yes, possibilities.
there are endless
Endless
possibilities.
possibilities.
So like, I would end with this thing by saying that one quote by Dashrath Manjhi, जब तक फोड़ेगा नहीं तब तक छोड़ेगा नहीं. So have a, aim, go for it. Give your 100% to it, and you will be successful. So yeah, this is what I wish.
Thank you. That's a very powerful message to the youths and the young people of India. Thank you so much, Chandan sir, for taking out the time and having a conversation with us, sharing your valuable insights and experiences and stories, which are very, really personal. And then I think many people will resonate with what we have shared, and also especially the youths. And maybe let it hoping that this will motivate them to unlock their potentials, and also the dignified life you are talking about, so that they go towards that directions and make use of their strengths and power that they have within them will be unlocked. And hopefully, all the listeners will be able to also resonate with the conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And thank you to all the listeners out there. Thank you for your time and have a good day. That's from us. Thank you.